Welcome, my friends. We have Tron Dynasty, the man himself, an expert in all things GoHo. Now, Hogs have gotten an update recently, and Hogs were so powerful before, and now they're even more powerful, so we're going to see him live in action, and his hit rate success at Town Hall 9 is amazing. He's over 70, I think 77%. He's way over that. Awesome attacker, six-packing so much. The expert from Chosen Elite is going to show us how it's done, so let's get into it and see these Hog Riders take down the bases, and hopefully we'll get some excitement going for you so you can learn better yourself and get those 3 stars for your clan. So we are with Tron, the master of all masters, Town Hall 9 attacker, and we're looking at a base here. And tell us a little about why you're going to be choosing to use the GoHo strategy.
Well, for one, I can drop my kill squad in up at 12 into the queen compartment, and I can create a nice L-shaped pathing for my hogs from 9 o'clock to 6 and then to 9.
Why would you use Hogs over, say, Gobalalo on this base? Like, what makes it easier for Hogs, do you think?
Well, because for one, it's a little trickier to get the amount of air defenses that you want down for a kill squad in a Lalo. And also, if you only take down 2 air defenses on one side, with the other side, the air defense is overlapping, it can cause a bit of an issue with your hounds popping before your loons can get in there.
Before going into attack, are you concerned about the CC? Say it's a fresh hit. Like, what is going through your mind? Would you change up your game plan depending on the CC, or are you just kind of... It doesn't matter, your strategy will work no matter what?
For the most part, if it's a hound, I'll lure the CC away from my kill squad so my queen doesn't get locked onto the hound and pretty much be useless the whole raid. And then just have it target my hogs while I hog the base, since it does like no damage.
Sweet. Okay, well let's just get a live raid in here, and then let's see you go to town, take this base on.
All right.
And just kind of talk us through, if you want, or kind of what your steps are.
Well, first I'm setting up my funnel by dropping the wizards like that. And then I'm going to drop my king on that since it's fairly high HP.
Nicely done. Looks like you might have missed your jump spell.
I decided not to use it because of my king being dead already.
Oh, okay. So when you're thinking about your hogs putting heal spells down, where... Oh.
Rip Hogs.
Rip Hogs. Well, this is actually fine.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you think? Let's go back in the raid. Let's go back and watch the attack, and here I'm pushing play now.
Well, I mean, the first thing that went wrong is that my king went ahead of my golems. So he had nothing tanking for him, which caused him to die prematurely.
Do you think you were late on the wall breakers or too early on the king?
Probably could have held my king a little longer.
Yeah.
Because had the golems tanked for my king, I could have dropped the jump spell, and the wizard tower that killed a lot of my top hogs would have went down.
Yeah. Do you typically put all your hogs all together, or do you like spreading them out?
I typically like to start with a heavy deployment on my hogs because typically on the outside of a base there are spring traps. So if you try to surgically deploy them, you usually get about a defense down for 3 hogs,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah.
get spring trapped
It
and
looks
die.
like when you on the first your first heal spell kind of missed a couple hogs and they died off early on.
Yeah,
It kind of is unfortunate. Um, do you usually wait on the jump spell, or do you actually put it early? Because I've talked about with my people, people at least at strategy, try to put your jump spells like pre-place them because they last quite a bit. Is there a reason why you wouldn't have put the jump down, or did you?
I saw how low my king was, so I would have dropped the jump spell and it wouldn't have did anything.
Okay. Well, let's run that back again, shall we? Okay, we're going in live yet again. Same sort of strategy. And you can talk about as much as you want, and we'll just watch it happen.
I dropped my golems slightly different so that they enter in quicker.
Looks like things are going better this time already. You already can tell. I'm predicting a 3-star. Well, see, that just goes to show that having down your jump spell and kill squad is huge when it comes to these 3-star attacks. Already you can tell the attack is going way better indeed, without a doubt. So pretty cool stuff. And it looks like he has his base, guys. Look at this. Total domination, perfect heals. All he has left are these kind of last structures, and he's got the heals for them. The big thing is any double giant bombs, and does he have cleanup? So when you're talking about cleanup, how many troops do you try to bring for cleanup?
Well, typically in a hog raid, you end with quite a bit of hogs, so you don't need as many cleanup troops as in Lalo because of how fast hogs typically are. So I usually have 4 archers for builder huts in the corners and a wizard for high DPS, high HP buildings.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna change my army comp real quick.
Yeah, do you think you're just running with too many hogs, or not enough kill? Oh, you don't have bowlers in the CC?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have enough DPS in my kill squad, so I'm taking a rage instead of the jump spell.
Okay. Just how about you tell us? I know you're changing up your army composition. What's the change you're bringing, and why do you think it might help on this base?
I'm taking a rage instead of the jump spell because with the 2 archer towers, cannon, and both expos, queen and CC, all of my stuff is taking too long to fight through everything, so all the tank is dead by the time the DPS gets to the second layer. The rage helps everything push through that.
Cool. So and then same sort of strategy with the hogs. You're gonna bring them in the same location.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do a live one. So you can tell, guys, just with the little slight changes, his kill squad was really able to get quite a bit this time, unlike before. Let's see if it actually makes a difference in the spell differences here, and as he comes in with his hogs right now. So with the queen ability, going to be able to take out an expo.
A lot more.
And the heal spells are definitely doing nice as well. Nice heal at the end. Looks like this is destroyed. So guys, yeah, and well, time could. No, I think you have time. Yeah, you have plenty of hogs left. Yeah. So it's amazing how just the spell compilation makes the whole difference. You know, I think a lot of times people think it's like if they only had max troops or something, but like spells play a huge role.
Yeah. Composition is a big key thing.
When you're looking at a Town Hall 9 base, are you scouting out where to put your heal? Like, before you even make a raid, are you like, okay, I'm going to put the heal at that location because I think there's maybe a double giant bomb there? Or are you kind of on the fly just looking at your hogs to see where they might, if they're low health?
It's a bit of a mixture. When I'm planning out my raid, I spot out where the giant bombs and splash damage is concentrated at and plan to use heals there, but then I also adjust if there are giant bombs like on the outside of a base that hit a bunch of my hogs. So I will adjust on the fly if stuff like that happens.
Yeah. No, I think that's smart. Obviously, you have to do both to make it happen. You want to try another base and go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's Omega Dave hook us up with something spicy here.
Gotcha.
Let's do scout view, and then now this is this is a weird base, guys. Very different. I guess tell us, like, when you're looking at a Town Hall 9, like, what is the first thing you're trying to take from the base?
Well, for the most part, just the queen and the CC. And then after that, I see if I can get the bomb tower and how many point defenses I can get down while taking out those two.
And I think a big thing is like entry point. I know a lot of people ask, like, how do you determine where to enter? Like, sometimes you'll enter opposite side the queen if you're bringing a heavier kill squad and you can get a jump in there. But does it depend on, like, for you, like, how do you look at a base and where to enter?
Well, it depends. Like, you have to look at the pathing throughout the base, because if you're doing a heavier kill squad from the opposite side, you can't have pathing that will pull all of your kill squad to the exterior of the base while you're dropping jumps through the core. You have to have everything funnel into the core and then to the queen. And it's typically when there is most of the point defense on the exterior of the base, because it's not hitting as much of your kill squad at the same time. So it's a lot easier to have your troops go through it untouched.
Now for this base, it seems like funneling could be a big issue because it's like for me looking at it. So how would you, like on this base, where would you enter? Like where do you see a good spot to come from?
I'm thinking of entering in at 6 o'clock by the Dark Elixir storage. Gonna drop a golem on the mortar and one on the wizard tower. And just straight drop my jump from the exterior wall into the core compartment. Do most of my funneling on the right side of the base, on the right side of my funnel, so I can drop my heroes on that side. Because those two spell factories are going to cause a bit of a issue trying to funnel the left side.
Yeah, and a good thing, since you don't have bowler, like bowlers would be very hard to get in the core, I think. Like they could easily wander off.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a good thing you're not bringing bowlers on this attack. So I guess that's something to keep in mind, Town Hall 9s, that, you know, not every base you need bowlers, even though I love bowlers, but some certain bases like this one, bowlers might not play a role at all just because it's so hard to funnel or to get them inside the core.
And it's actually funny that you bring that up, because that base is designed to bait bowlers.
Oh, okay. So that's who's talking there. That's Omega Dave. This is the guy, the defender. So he said this is an anti-bowler base. So hey, maybe if you need a new base design, this might help you out. But let's do a live attack and let's see if your game plan comes to fruition. Okay, we're going in live. So you can already tell he is creating the funnel. Nicely done. Army camps are down. And I like holding on the wall breakers. I think he does that intentionally because you don't want your golems to go inside the core too fast. Oh no, he's just doing a straight jump. Oh, nice. Hogs coming in at 9 o'clock. Now, what's going on through your mind right now? Like, are you thinking about your queen, or are you more concerned about your hogs?
I'm more concerned about my hogs while watching my queen.
And really, this base, this base is destroyed. Nice hit. Swagging a healer too. Nice. And he's got plenty of time left as well. Do you think you did anything wrong in that attack, or do you think it was? I mean, obviously you got the 3-star, but would you have improved anything, like after in hindsight, or you thought it was a solid?
Well, I mean, in hindsight, I probably could have done one golem, and I could have used more spells. I could have used that heal that I swagged on my kill squad.
Yeah.
So they would still be up.
Yeah, for real. I think that's the big difference. Like maybe if, say, you failed on this attack, or whoever failed on this attack, and say it was a second attack, I think taking that and realizing you only need one golem and you could use extra space for hogs or bring whatever else. I think those little things are seeing those changes actually helps maybe get that 3-star. Nice attack. Tron Dynasty, nice. Against an anti-bowler base. That's why you use hogs, man. Again, ground attacks, especially with this new OP, I guess the new update, hogs are just even more powerful these days. So I think hogs at Town Hall 9 are just ridiculous powerful. actually, for the one you just hit, why didn't you use the wall breakers on the first compartment?
Because typically using a jump on one wall is a bit of a waste. So I got more value out of the jump just jumping straight in, because I would have got the same thing had I saved the jump and used it later.
Well, you could have connected to the wizard tower.
The wall breakers.
Well, no, I meant you could have opened up the queen pad into the wizard tower in front of her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, why wouldn't you? I'm just curious from a attack. Like, why wouldn't you try to break in the first wall and use the jump on the second, like the inner core? Or do you think it just doesn't matter? Oh, I was muted that whole time. I was asking you questions. Here, let me ask that again. So why wouldn't you put wall breakers, say, on the first compartment and then jump from the queen pad and say, the wizard tower behind her? Because the jump could reach there. Like, why did you choose to jump the first two compartments?
I mean, because with the queen, my queen can already shoot over that wall, and my king had a very low chance of surviving through the core to get that far without using a heal at least on him. So like I said, I would have still got the same amount of value had I jumped out of the core on the back end, since everything is within 5 tiles of the core. She can still shoot everything.
So, like on this base, then we would since that is the case, then obviously if it was a real war attack, you would just drop the wall breakers and bring something else.
Yeah. Probably a wizard into.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's some good attacks there. We had a process video on one, so hopefully that helps some Town Hall 9s kind of scout using the GoHo strategy. Appreciate Tron, the Dynasty man, for coming on, and he's one of our best Town Hall 9 attackers. And if I highlight him again on the channel, then you will see his brilliant self showing us how it's done going forward. Well, did you want to say anything else before we ended it?
Well, one thing that I would like to suggest is if you're taking CC Hogs, I would drop them at the start of the raid, because dropping them at the start of the raid gets the most out of their increased damage that they have. If you save them for like your last bit of hog deployment, then you're not getting as much value out of having the max hog in the raid.
Because you want them to soak up the damage first, is that why?
That, and because they're higher damage.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. No, that's a good piece of knowledge that I don't think people think about. I think maybe most people might drop them last, thinking, oh, I want the strongest unit maybe at the end of the raid. Yeah, I never thought about that actually. Cool. Well, again, thanks for coming on, and we'll have some more.
No problem.
You can show us some more attacks in the future, maybe some other strategy going forward.